You know, Muslim scientists dominated the entire scene from 7th century till 15th century and beginning of 16th century. Muslims dominated the field of physics, chemistry, maths, geology, botany, geography, geology, and all the fields. And the downfall started from 16th century. You will be shocked to know the date. It is the same time when Taj Mahal was getting built up by Shah Jahan in India, Agra, UP. At the same time, Galileo was busy in inventing telescope. We were drawn in love and affection in the material world, and the Western people were doing research, and this entire Islamic science went in European hands and American hands. I quote a few of the topmost Muslim scientists in different fields, and inshallah you will be getting inspired with that. In the field of chemistry, the first chemist of the Europe, in European people say that he is the first chemist. That is none but Khalid ibn Yazid. He is the grandson of Hazrat Amir Muawiyah, peace be upon him. And his teacher was Jafar Sadiq, peace be upon him. In 7th century. In 8th century, Jabir ibn Hayyan. In the field of chemistry, he wrote 582 books. He talked about oxidation, reduction, smelting, roasting, calcination. He was the first person who talked about atom, Zarra, which was repeated by Dalton in 1803. Jabir ibn Hayyan, he was the first person who prepared acetic acid from vinegar. The next is Al-Razi. He is called Al-Razaj in Europe. He said mercury can be used as purgative, and it is also called album races. You might have seen the schools, colleges and public places, there is first aid, tincture iodine is used. Tincture iodine is nothing but mixture of iodine and alcohol. It was given by Al-Razi. And the next, Al-Bashir, he gave symbolism, symbol for different elements, which you see in the periodic table today. Abu Mansur, he talked about plaster of Paris, calcium sulfate into half H2O, which is used for plastering for setting the boards. Muslims were first outside China to prepare a paper in Samarkand in 757. Muslims were first to prepare a marble paper. In the field of physics, Ibn Haytham, the correct description of vision was for the first time was given by Ibn Haytham. People used to know that eye emits light and people come to know and see through that. But it is not like that. He talked about the laws of reflection and refraction. He gave the law that is Snell's law, which is famous by Snell's law, but this law was given by none but Ibn Haytham. Ibn Haytham said that when the light falls on the object, reflected light falls on the retina of the eye, we come to know and see the object. After that, Ibn Haytham Al-Jazari gave a candle clock. Abul Barakat, he talked about three-dimensional space. Shah Shirazi, he was in the court of Akbar. He prepared a multi-barrel gun, which is the forerunner of present-day machine gun. So in short, these Muslim scientists dominated entire physics stream. Then in astronomy, Al-Batani, the name he changed Al-Batanius. Al-Batani said that in year, whatever data he gave, there were difference of only 2 minutes. In year, there are 365 days, 5 hours, 46 minutes, 28 seconds. And he gave 3 qualified in 5 hours, 48 minutes, 46 seconds with a difference of only 2 minutes 18 seconds. Ibn Yunus, he was an astronomer. He prepared 5 times Muslim prayers timetable for 800 years. In short, Muslims not only dominated the physics, chemistry, astronomy, but other fields also. Al-Kindi, he was specialist in physics, chemistry, astronomy, mathematics, philosophy. He said that how clouds are converged and how the rain falls down, how the hail falls down, and how there is a lightning and thunderbolt in the sky during rain falling. In the field of mathematics, Ibn Haytham said that the 2 lines which are parallel to each other, they do not intersect. Playfair, English mathematician, gave it 800 years later. And in the field of mathematics, Al-Khwarizmi, his name is in algebra. He is called father of algebra. He gave algorithm and he talked about the Arabic numerals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He introduced these numbers in European countries and today also it is known as Arabic numerals. Not only this, the number of scientists they did their work. 3-dimensional space. Omar Khayyam, if name you say, you will say he was a poet, he was a shair. He was a poet, he was a mathematician, he was a physicist, he was a chemist. He solved 3rd-degree equation. And he solved algebra and he brought about the union and the relation of algebra and geometry. This Omar Khayyam, he gave 3-dimensional equations of 3rd degree, and not only that, there are other scientists, Abul Wafa. He said that tan theta is equal to sin theta upon cos theta. Al-Tusi gave the sine theorem, A upon sin equal to B upon sin equal to C upon sin C. In the field of medicine, Ibn Nafis, he was the first person who talked about pulmonary circulation. If you ask somebody who gave blood circulation, he will say William Harvey. 400 years before William Harvey, Ibn Nafis talked about pulmonary circulation. After that, Ali Sina, Ibn Sina, he said that there is a sensation center, pain receptor in the brain. After that, Zahrami was a surgeon. He talked about vulture position for childbirth. He talked about how the dead fetus can be removed from the womb. Not only that, there were so many scientists. They talked about different aspects. Al-Muf, he was a person who talked about the arteries, veins, their connections, capillaries, as well as heart problems. In that case, these capillaries, arteries and veins were discovered by Europe 400 years after Al-Muf. So in short, Muslims dominated all over this thing. You know, ophthalmologist, eye specialist, Shadili, he said that there are 36 diseases of eyelids, 15 diseases of conjunctiva, and 13 diseases of cornea. Not only this, the operations, like number of operations for pharynx, for kidney, for liver, for all these, the instruments were designed by Muslims, and not only that, the operation was done by Muslim doctors. So in short, Muslims dominated the entire stream. In the field of botany, Al-Baythar, he is called father of, you can say, Unani system. Al-Baythar was the person who talked about the medicines, 2,300 medicines of plant and mineral origin. Al-Baythar learned different types of plants. By looking at the plant, he used to say that which type of disease can be cured with this medicinal plant. He And the first British pharmacopoeia was inspired by Al-Bathr. In the field of zoology, Al-Jahil, he prepared ammonia from animal offals. If you say natural theory of selection, theory of natural selection, if I say, you will say Charles Darwin. The theory of natural selection for the first time was coined by Al-Jahil, a zoologist. If I ask you what is the first wonder of the world, anybody can tell me what is the first wonder of the world today? Taj Mahal. It was built by who? Shah Jahan. Shah Jahan didn't build it. He gave money. The architect was Ahmad Lahori. He was from Lahore, undivided India, Pakistan. Ahmad designed the Taj Mahal, which is a massive and delicate and beautiful structure in the world, and it is rated as first wonder of the world, and he is still the first architect of the world. Don Shechtman got the Nobel Prize in 2011 for quasi crystals, where they were regular patterns but not repeating at all. Regular pattern, according to mathematics, they should repeat, but it was not repeating, it was against the laws of mathematics. He was shocked to see this crystal, but when he visited Spain and saw the Alhambra Palace in Spain and Derby Mount Shrine in Iran, these domes were made by Muslim scientists, Muslim architects. And in that case, he could see that the pattern was regular, but it was not repeating. The Muslim architects helped Don Shechtman to classify, to identify quasi crystal and bag the Nobel Prize of 2011. If I ask you a question, who discovered the sea route to India? He will say Vasco da Gama. It was not Vasco da Gama. Vasco da Gama was stranded at the east coast of Africa. He was very dreadful. He was frightened against the fury of Indian Ocean. At that time, Ahmad ibn Majid sailed him from India, that is from East Africa coast to India, and showed him the sea route to India, but the credit went to Vasco da Gama. In fact, the sea route to India credit should go to Ahmad ibn Majid. But he said, oh, Vasco da Gama. In field of geography, Idrisi was the first person who prepared an atlas with 70 sectional maps. He divided the earth in 7 climatic zones latitudinally, each divided into 10 sections longitudinally, and then for each he drew a map latitudinally and longitudinally. Being the East, he designed the first 2 world maps. He was the first person to have a map of America. 200 charts and 2 world maps are still there in Istanbul, Turkish capital, in the museum. If you see the beautiful way of writing calligraphy, Ibn Muqla, he gave the beautiful calligraphy, the art of writing. So these were the Muslim scientists from 7th to 16th century. But today, still we are having Jibril Ahmad, who got the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1999 for femtochemistry for femtosecond. And second is Aziz Shankar, who got Nobel Prize in 2015 for DNA repair. And Abdul Salam got the Nobel Prize in 1979 for unified theory of weak and electromagnetic interaction. And we really know, and we should not forget our Indian scientist APJ Kalam. So in short, Muslims dominated the entire scene, but afterwards they became slow, and again this Muslim Ummah is waking up, and inshallah in near future, the next century will be Muslim century, inshallah. With this I say thank you very much for patient listening. Wama alayna